Hey guys, good morning. What I want to do today is show y'all what's going on in gardens number 3 and 4. I've got two identical spots, 75 by 75, because as you know by now, that's all that my sprinkler would do in one setting, and I don't like having to overlap. So what I got right here is those 16 rows of golden bantam corn, doing extremely well. I'm very pleased with how things are going. I got a little bit of a question though for some of you guys. I've never really bothered with them, but if you'll see like this right here, you got all these little suckers. I've heard some people say cut them, and some people, you know, just never mess with them. We never did growing up. Whatever the corn made is what it made, but I'd just be curious if y'all got any experience with what kind of results you would get if you went and trimmed all the suckers off. But I don't know. That's a whole lot of cutting to do. Step down in there. It's looking real good. Right here is 4 rows of strike bush snap beans. I had to plant them twice. The first time I got pretty poor germination. It might have been just a little bit early. The soil was a little cool. Didn't do so well, so I just came back and planted right on top of them, and they're doing real good. On the outside right here, what I got is some blue Hubbard squash. Trying to use it as a trap crop, meaning crop that will attract the insects to it. This is a preferred food for a lot of insects, especially cucumber beetles that I had so much trouble with last year. So I'm planting this, and hopefully I'll draw the insects to it and then spray the heck out of it. And if it makes a squash, old winter squash, that's good. If it doesn't, no problem. Just let me get rid of some bugs. And on this side over here, where I got my cucumbers at, you can see I got plenty of space between them and the corn, so when they start running, this first section right here, or this row, actually both of these rows are Calypso pickling cucumbers, and I've got 7 little hills or holes on the other end that are lemon cucumbers. And what I did out here, you can see this ground is wet right now where I watered last night, but it's pretty unfriendly clay. So what I do, I did out here, I did it some last year too, and it worked out very well, is come out, take the shovel and dig me a hole about a foot deep or so, and then fill it with compost and plant the cucumbers right on top of it. I did that last year with some watermelons and cantaloupes, and the raccoons said they were quite delicious. So that's garden number 3. We're going to go to garden number 4 now. Alright, this is number 4, again, 75 by 75. It seems to work out very well for me. First row, what I got is straight 8 cucumbers. I grew these year before last, and they just turned out fine. I couldn't believe how many cucumbers they made, but I couldn't get any seed last year. I think there was crop failure or something like that. But these things are in here thick. They're getting ready to run. They're getting watered down pretty good this morning. And what I did to make sure that they grow, when I started out, you can see some of the black right in here. What I did, I dug a deep furrow with the tractor and come back and filled it in with compost, and then bedded back on top of it, tilled it in a little bit, and then planted my cucumbers. And they're doing just fine. Right here is a row of yellow straight neck squash that's just grown like crazy the last week or so. I had told y'all from garden number 2 where the wind has snapped quite a few of them off over there, and it was kind of spotty. I said I got some in another garden that will more than compensate for it. And these things right here are just going crazy. They're getting so big right now they're going to start to tip over and fall off the road. Well, fall to the side anyway. So I'm hoping they fall to the left side where I got some opening instead of falling to the right where the tomatoes are. Alright, I'm kind of ashamed to show this little spot right here, but this is 2 rows of tomatoes. The first one I think is Homestead, and then we got some Jubilees. I still have not staked them up yet. I'm working up to it. These right here were some extra ones I had. I always plant enough so I can pretty much put them everywhere. That way if one garden doesn't make, the other one does, and I still got plenty, but I'll try to get them staked up shortly. My okra's coming up, looking good. There's some Clemson spineless. This is that row of top pick snaps that I planted Monday a week ago. Been 10 days I think, and they came up really quick, look nice. Next is 5 rows, another 5 rows of striped bush beans, snaps, doing good. You'll notice I got snaps planted in 2 places this year. I didn't make enough last year for hardly for 1 meal, so between the snaps and the corn, I'm trying to make up for last year's mistakes. The okra too. I didn't have any okra, snaps, or very much corn last year, so try not to let that happen twice in a row. Right here is some Hale's Best cantaloupes. Very, very good tasting cantaloupes. They did pretty good last year. Didn't have much trouble with the coons with them because they went to the watermelons first, and by the time the cantaloupe started ripening, I'd already put a hurting on the coons. And right here is the row of the watermelons. I got Jubilee on this end and some Congos on the other end. Not really familiar with the Congo, but I figured I'd give them a try. The guy from the local feed supply gave me a bunch of seed, and Congo was one of them, so we're going to see what they do. Now, let's go look at number 5, my little bitty small spot. This is garden number 5, a little spot I made right here. I planted it last year and the soil was just so bad I really couldn't make anything out of it. It had blossom rot and all the tomatoes, it was pathetic. But I put a little chicken manure on it at the end of last year, and I worked it in some more this year, and things are looking a whole lot better. I got a row of onions. These were some extra ones. Come out of the greenhouse. Planted them just like did the early ones with the candy onions, and these are doing pretty good. Considering how bad the soil is right here. Not too bad. That's about my standard size onion in the past, about golf ball size. So I'm not complaining. These, like I said, these were the extra ones I had, and so I just put them in the ground to see what they do. Right here is a row of Pac-Man broccoli that my buddy gave me. Kind of got a late start on it. Got 2 dozen plants right here, and last year I was picking broccoli the 2nd week of June. It's going to be real close trying to get it done this year. Down inside, she's starting to head up a little bit. Hopefully I can get a few head of broccoli before they bolt. It's been extremely hot this week. Maybe we'll get a little bit of cooler weather and give these things time to make. Tried to plant a little bit of corn right in there with some 3-year-old seed just to see how it would do, and it came up kind of spotty. Just checking on it. Right here I got 3 varieties of tomatoes. Everything's doing pretty good. First one, Homestead. Then we got Goliath. And we got some Rutgers. And it looks like this is the determinate version of Rutgers. So they're probably not going to climb those strings right there, at least not very far. But I figured I would try. I never know what kind of seed I'm going to get till the thing starts growing. And right in here, if I can find him, here he goes. This is the Kusterlee that I rooted on the vine. You look down here, you remember I had 2 stems, and both of the stems right here I was able to plant it, so I got both stems in the ground, and it's growing some nice roots down there, and you can see it's already up as tall as the other Rutgers right here. So I do expect this one to climb that string and get on up there. Alright, so that's a look at garden spots number 3, 4, and 5. That's all I've got planted for this year. I'm about ready another 2 weeks to go down there and dig the potatoes up and start a second crop of tomatoes and squash and things down there. But this is what I do. This is what keeps me busy. Between that and the mobile home park, trying to keep everything clean up here. I'm a right busy fella, but I sleep good at night. I appreciate y'all watching and all the support. Take care, and God bless all of you.